Greetings, motherfuckers! Dances with White Chicks here. Wait, I have to say this. I'm the motherfucker that wants to talk to you motherfuckers about I Am Mother, motherfuckers.
Why aren't there any more children, Mother?
There used to be.
Then why did you only make one?
Accessing ancient human archives.
Good afternoon, boys and girls!
Shut the fuck
Hey!
up!
Hey!
Not nice.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
You need to leave?
No, bitch!
Okay.
Fuck that shit. You got me fucked up if you think I'm taking care of all those little shits. You want a brother and sister, you little motherfucker? I could give a fuck less. I'm not dealing with that type of shit.
There will be no spoilers for the non-spoiler section. I mean, duh, but I give you a heads up anyway. So, I Am Mother is a science fiction thriller from director Grant S. And I'm just saying S because I'm not even going to bother trying to figure out how that shit is pronounced. I'm pretty sure it isn't pronounced Sputore. All I know is that he speaks with an Australian accent and happens to look like a boss from last year's God of War game. Regardless of that shit, his direction for this film isn't bad. There's a lot of visual storytelling going around here that is pretty good that can only be attributed to his style for the film. But anyway, let's talk about the cast. All two motherfuckers. We have Clara Rugaard Larsen. She plays a character called Daughter. She is a 21-year-old Danish actress that has starred on Disney Channel, Teen Spirit, and a film called My African Adventure. The fuck? Then there's the voice actress for Mother, the robot, called Mother. Rose Byrne does the voice work. And by voice work, I mean saying daughter every 2 motherfucking seconds, because that's all her character does.
Daughter, you set the pace, daughter. You'll do great, daughter. Sorry, daughter. I was beginning to think you forgot where the laundry was, daughter. That was an attempt at humor. Daughter, daughter, daughter. Come, daughter. Daughter, daughter, daughter. My daughter, 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 daughter. Daughter, daughter, daughter. Daughter, daughter, daughter. Daughter, daughter, daughter. Daughter, daughter, daughter.
Daughter.
So yeah, you get the point. If you took a shot each time Mother said daughter, you'd be dead in the first 30 minutes. So, yeah, that's Rose Byrne's voice. And then, of course, you have this motherfucker, this dude credited as Mother, because he was in the suit. Despite this shit being marketed as a Hilary Swank film, these two motherfuckers are the brunt of the film. Now, hey, you can't blame them because no one knows who the fuck anyone else is besides Hilary Swank. Alright, with that said, how is I Am Mother as a film? This is actually pretty good. Now yes, I'm biased. I like sci-fi. Just throw in a robot with a white chick in a story, and you can't go wrong. At least most of the time. But what I Am Mother does feels unique somehow, even though this is like the 300th billionth post-apocalyptic world film to ever exist. But don't worry, even though it is an apocalyptic world, it still doesn't do everything the same damn way. So let me actually give you a brief premise of this shit. In I Am Mother, it's a post-apocalyptic world, and in a bunker, the AI robot known as Mother is tasked with repopulating the Earth. She raises Daughter, a character named Daughter, since apparently naming her is beyond the fucking Tin Can's capability. But as time goes on, Daughter discovers that not everything was the way she thought it was. And that's all I'll say. This is a concept that could have easily been executed in a way that was dumb as fuck. Here, it is dumb as fuck, but it's heartwarmingly dumb as fuck, if that makes sense. And what do I mean by that shit? The whole connection between Daughter and Mother. You know, that could have been unbelievable. You could have looked at that shit and think, this is corny, this is really bad. But somehow, they make it feel like, well, they actually care about each other, right? That's what you think. It's a little abstract to say how they do this shit, because it really isn't because of the performances. I mean, I'm not saying that the main motherfucker, Clara, or Clara, however the fuck you say her name, I'm pretty sure it's not Clara, it's Clara. You know, Clara, if she was a ghetto-ass motherfucker from the south, you know, but Clara, since she's Danish, right? But fuck it. But I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Clara's performance. No, she does quite well here. I'm just saying there's not much else for her to act upon besides staring at shit, if that makes any sense. The character of daughter has nothing else to do besides talk to this motherfucking robot or stare. She does a lot of motherfucking staring.
Daughter?
But all of this staring shit is completely forgiven because the visual storytelling in I Am Mother is absolutely excellent. So, when daughter is staring at some shit, she's staring at some important shit that is going to give the audience important clues to what is happening. So you learn something through the visuals. It's nice to have a film that doesn't assume that you're a dumb motherfucker that needs everything explicitly stated for you. So it doesn't say, oh, this motherfucker did this right here, this motherfucker did this shit right here, this motherfucker did this, and then they did... No. It shows you this, and you're allowed to discover it with daughter. With daughter. I hope that didn't sound like with daughter. What the fuck? So in the same way, though it sounds strange as hell to say, the relationship between daughter and mother is built through staring. Actually, motherfuckers, let me rephrase that because that sounds dumb as hell. I mean, by staring, the way they look at each other gives you subtle hints to what they're actually thinking. So when daughter's looking and shit, oh, well, this motherfucker, she's bored as fuck right now. You could tell, and she's just smiling along and trying to pretend like she's not bored as fuck. Or mother, even though it's a robot and can't really emote, they try to have that little knob shit to emote and shit to really try to get behind what the fuck the shit is doing. I mean, it doesn't work, of course, because it's a robot, but hey, they try.
Mother? My nigga.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
I'll get into shit and spoilers, because I know motherfuckers are like, what the fuck is this motherfucker talking about? Calm down. This is the non-spoiler section shit. But fuck it, let me talk about shit that matters. So going in, there was a risk, of course, for the film to feel very small. I mean, this is a given with the motherfucking environment of the bunker. You can't see shit. Everything looks like the same shit. Everyone looks like they can't see shit that looks like the same shit. It's almost, no, and was, most likely an artistic direction to have everything so closely spaced with little room to go anywhere. So you start to feel like daughter, pause, and you can't go anywhere, you can't see shit. You're really tightly knit in this place. The visuals lend themselves to that. The color palette of everything, the blandness, really gets you to say, oh, I'm in this motherfucking bunker. It's boring. It's like you feel like the character. But even though this shit isn't like some grand epic, it doesn't feel like a low-budget film. There's not that much action, but the story doesn't need it. The tension and intrigue comes from the mysteries the world of I Am Mother presents. There's moments you'll keep guessing, well, this is obvious as hell, and then something happens where you'd be like, well, I was wrong about thinking that shit was obvious as hell, and oh, no, maybe I was wrong about thinking what I thought was obvious as hell wasn't obvious as hell, and then I was wrong, and then maybe, shit like that. To explain, if you've ever seen Ex Machina, it's similar to what that film does, okay? So, again, not about action, it's about mystery and intrigue, and developing a world by really having the audience question what's happening. That is a similar quality to it. And no, it's not similar because it had motherfucking robots. It's similar because of what it did, okay? Shit. With that shit said, I'm glad this isn't some bullshit horror film. If you watch the spoilerific trailer, you'd think they would be going a horror route instead of thriller with this film. That would have absolutely failed. Because you know they would have gone for the cheap shit and have dumbass jump scares every 2 motherfucking seconds. There's not really any dumbass jump scares until, they do that dumb shit where, oh, this motherfucker was over here and watching you, and you didn't even see them there. Like, oh, you were there? It's like, okay. Now that, you gotta take an L for that shit. But they don't do the horror shit. That's what you can appreciate. But one thing that really pisses me off is that, well, when you go through the story, there are some questions that do not have answers. And I absolutely hate that shit. When there's no answers to that shit, you have to make your own, and I'm like, fuck that. No, I want to be able to discover what that meant, what this meant. But you won't, because there are no answers. And certain things in the story are vague, purposely so that it's gonna be like that. And that pisses me off. So, if you like stuff like that, it probably won't bother you. But if you want concrete answers, you're gonna be pissed. Okay, that's all I'll say. Well, there's not much else I can talk about, so I'm gonna give this shit a verdict. I give this shit an 8 out of 10. Yes, I know. Surprising, right? But I do think it's decent enough to earn an 8 out of 10. Though again, I'm biased. I like movies that are like this, little sci-fi, think pieces, whatever the fuck they call this shit. You know, I enjoy this. Okay. So, moving on. Let's go on to spoilers. So if you don't want to hear shit about the film and all the spoilers in it, and there's a lot, well, we'll leave now and don't watch the trailer to the film, because that's shit. Like I'm already explaining it, but fuck it. Anyway, hey, you know, thanks motherfuckers for subscribing and shit. I appreciate that. If any other motherfuckers want to subscribe and hit the bell, you could do that shit. What? Well, now that it doesn't matter, let me go into this shit. Daughter discovers woman, played by Hilary Swank. And she's wondering how the hell she is alive if the world was destroyed and there was a contagion everywhere that supposedly made it impossible for human life to survive. After all, that's what Mother said the world was like. Well, no surprise, just as the trailer already gave away, the robot is fucking evil. Yes, Mother is a motherfucker. You learn that also, Mother was responsible for the apocalypse in the first place. Like every other dumbass robot, they saw humanity as self-destructive. So to stop the species from killing each other, Mother killed them all before they got the chance to do it. How brilliant. That's retarded robot logic for you. This is why Facebook is so fucked. But anyway, Mother wanted to create a better humanity. One that was smarter, more compassionate, healthier, I guess, whatever. Turns out Daughter was not the first experiment. They actually give that away in the beginning of the film when it says it's been 13,867 days since the extinction event. That motherfucker, that's 3 days away from 38 years. And the film tries to keep this low-key because you think, well maybe it's the future. Maybe they have longer lifespans and Mother picked a motherfucking fetus that would age very slowly, right? And here's the thing, the motherfucker has a birthday. Daughter has a motherfucking birthday, right? And it's around the same exact time that the first experiment would turn 38. So it gets you thinking, okay, maybe the fucker's 38, but it hides the twists in plain sight. You could have thought about it and like, oh shit, well what the fuck, this fucker can't be over 30, right? But whatever. The part of the film where you know for sure that she's the third experiment is when you look at her investigating. She's looking at all the materials. For example, she sees the test scores for APX02, right? And then she sees that APX01 and 02 are already used, and she's APX03, okay? Well, she already knows that, but it's already a given that there were already 2 other people that Mother birthed. And that moment in the film is what I'm talking about, where the visual storytelling is at the absolute height of the shit. Where she's looking around and shit, and you are putting 2 and 2 together. It's not outright said explicitly. You're just looking through the shit and you're saying, okay, oh, this is what happened. This is what that means. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So Daughter is at best the third motherfucker that Mother birthed. And the woman, played by Hilary Swank, was apparently experiment 1. But and the motherfucker, here's the thing. So, here's the thing. With the casting, they make Hilary Swank look just like this other motherfucker. Like they could be an older version or somehow a relative to them, right? So it makes sense. This isn't a twist that's so out there that you didn't see coming at all. But it's interesting what the beginning of the film does to make you believe something else. Because the way it transitions, there's actually 3 characters involved. The daughter of the motherfucker that we're following right now, the second experiment, who was portrayed as the toddler, or like the 4-year-old and up, right? And then the original Hilary Swank's character that was portrayed as a baby. Those are three different motherfuckers. And the way the scene goes on, it's very deceptive because you just assume that they're all one person. You just think that's just daughter's character and how she grew up. No. With that said, I think the way that daughter finds out about the deception mother was putting her through, right? Because it gotta give you motherfuckers enough background. So anyway, it's all about the testing, right? If they don't reach the requirements, mother kills them, okay? So the second motherfucker, the girl that was saying, why didn't you make any more children, mother? That's experiment 2. Well, anyway, mother fucking put her in the incinerator, alive, roasted them alive. A motherfucker's dust, they see the damn teeth in that damn incinerator, right? Well, they got a motherfucking 74% on a test. Shit! And you thought your professors were strict. Yeah, but it's something because at the beginning of the film, it portrays them as, oh, they're so nice to them. Oh, they're growing. See, this robot feels like this is their daughter and they've bonded, right? Bullshit! This motherfucker killed this motherfucker just like that. It was over. So, I thought that was effective. And even though I just said it was kind of obvious that Hilary Swank's character, woman, had a connection to daughter, right? There's nowhere in that where there's a twist where, oh yeah, the robot killed a 4-year-old and burned him alive, without like they did a fucking rat in the beginning of the film. Shit. So I thought that was very effective. So that's what I mean by the story develops their relationship, right? Through the dialogue, through what daughter and mother, how they interact, alright? Now, yeah, in the non-spoiler, I was talking about, oh, yeah, you really think that they care about each other and all that. You think that there's a connection there, right? Yeah, but that's the point. It's all bullshit. The robot is a piece of shit that just wanted to build a perfect humanity, right? And killed anything that didn't meet the requirements that it set for that new humanity. So, that's very manipulative what the story does for you. And then, of course, it's funny. Alright, I know you motherfuckers got this shit. When daughter chooses her brother, right? When mother's decided, okay, yeah, you're past, you're good. You can pick the next member of our family that I may or may not kill. That shit, right? Well, anyway, this brother, right? You ever know? You notice this? He's brother, and he's black. Oh my god! That's racist! No, that's funny as hell though. Brother's black. She's racist. The end of the movie makes daughter a single mother with a black baby. Oh shit! This was absolutely unintentional mimicry from Grant S. But it's funny, the first thing she sees brother, if you take it out of context and just watch it, it almost looks like she's disappointed in shit, like she's racist. Wait, look, just watch this shit.
Perfect, isn't he?
Don't lie. That shit is funny as hell. Of course, that bullshit only works if you take away all the context. But it honestly looks like like the audience, right, is saying, why the fuck are they black? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I don't think you guys get it. The only reason it's funny is because his name is Brother. That's the only reason. Fuck it. But anyway, I thought it was interesting how the film went back to the theme of motherhood by having daughter be the one to restart humanity. Daughter becomes a mother, okay? Daughter is the mother that the robot mother never was. She's someone that actually cares, and she isn't going to throw you in the motherfucking incinerator if you fail a test. At least we hope so, right? Shit. No, I'm not going to go over everything I think this movie's trying to say about motherhood or whatever, because we'd be here all day. But I think it's significant how the robot mother, she's only motherly to daughter because daughter reached the requirements. Had she scored something like a 74% on a test, she'd be dead. she'd be nothing to her. She's not good enough? Oh, let's put you in the motherfucking furnace and roast you alive. That's not motherhood. Or at least not what a good mother does. Maybe the motherfuckers on Jerry Springer would pull some shit. But I think what this is trying to say about motherhood is a true mother would accept the flaws in their daughter or son. That's what it's supposed to say. At least I think that's a message that you can gain from this. And in the same way, mother is an absolute hypocrite. She complains about humanity and says, oh, they were self-destructive. They had all these horrible qualities to them. But mother is displaying those qualities. She's killing people, burning 4-year-olds alive in furnaces and shit. She's lying to daughter. She's manipulating daughter. She's everything that she claims she's trying to get rid of in humanity. Mother is exactly what she's trying to eliminate. At least that's how I see it. But whatever, maybe I'm reading too much in this shit. Let's move on, because, fuck it. But what did I mean when I said some questions are motherfucking vague? Well, when I say that shit, you don't know how the outside world is. And of course, for the first half of the film, that's purposeful, right? It's entirely intentional to have you not know what the outside world of I Am Mother is like. Okay, motherfuckers, but here's the thing. Afterwards, you still don't know. So, when you hear that Hilary Swank was with other people, right, in the mines and shit, well, were they lying? Apparently. But then how was she raised by people if they were extinct? Where did they come from? Did mother not kill everybody? Were there other experiments? See, you don't know. You don't know. You're left just to guess, and it's vague. And motherfuckers like that shit and like, oh, well, story doesn't have to explain all of its world, leave some mystery. I'm like, okay, I can respect that. But here, it's based on the shit. You're basing the entire shit on what has happened in this world that you will never know. We don't know what the hell is happening. It's vague. It's too damn vague. You will never have an answer to that. And that's what makes me a little upset. But hey, it's alright. I mean, it doesn't take away from the film, but still, you want to know what the fuck is exactly going on here. Because if Hilary Swank was an infant when mother gave them to someone else, right? Some other motherfuckers that were supposed to be extinct, it's like, oh shit. Yeah, see, in the story, you can't believe what mother's saying, but you also can't believe what Hilary Swank is saying. Because she's out to lunch. You just can't. And I know the story, that's the point. Neither of them are trustworthy. But whatever. Yeah, there's no one to really get an idea of what the world's like. But hey, that's an artistic decision that Grant S. made, so it's whatever. I just don't care for that as much. But overall, good movie. I enjoyed it. 8 out of 10 again. Hey, tell me what you thought. Did you hate this? Did you hate this shit? Did you love it? Let me know. And thanks for watching, motherfuckers. I appreciate it. I didn't expect this to be longer than 17 minutes, unfortunately. But hey, sometimes this shit happens. Especially when you start rambling about some sci-fi shit. See, motherfuckers, this is the sci-fi shit that I start talking about a lot. I'm sorry, because I think sci-fi is cool. Alright, whatever. But alright, motherfuckers. Thanks for watching, and take care. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Even though it's only 29 of you.